Hello everyone, Carlos Flores, back on basics. Hold on, let me fix my shirt a little bit. Ugh. All right, UCW's alumni. I love it. I love education. As you all know, I love education. My recommendation is that you have to decide what you want to do. If education is what you want to do, then more power to you. If it's a trade school that you want to go to, more power to you. If it's like barber college or beauty school, more power to you. If you want to go straight to work, hey, more power to you. And then on top of everything, if you want to go to like a community college, or if you want to go to an online school, or if you want to just do professional development so that way you can move up the ladder in your current job, more power to you. It's whatever you want to do. That's the bottom line. You are the only one that can make decisions about your life, about your surroundings, about your support system, about your village. Your support system and others can give you advice. You have to decide whether to accept it or reject it. And I'm not saying be mean if you're not going to take their advice. It's just you have to make your own decision. And guess what? I've said it like 100 times already. The best time for you to make the decision, it's in the here and now. It's in the here and now. It is. It's in the here and now. And so, make sure that your mind is sharp. Make sure that your body's ready, healthy, right? I just walked 4 miles and made 3 shorts. 1 short in Spanish, 1 short in English about confidence, specifically self-confidence. This is the longer version of it. And then 1 short about, man, the sun looks so beautiful out there when I was walking. I just had to stop and I had to film like a 15-second short about the sun. It just looks so beautiful. Check it out. So before we begin, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Back on Basics 9985. Hit the notification button so you can get notified of any new videos coming on board. If you have any topics or if you have any questions or you want me to give you my opinion or my take on something, put it in the comment section. If you want to send me a private message, you can connect with me on Facebook at Carlos Flores Jr. You can connect with me on Instagram at Back on Basics. You can connect with me on X at Back on Basics. Remember, once you connect with me either on Facebook at Carlos Flores Jr. or on X or on Instagram at Back on Basics, you can send me a private message. You can ask me any question you want to. I will answer your question. So I will put the things here so you can friend me on Facebook. You can add me on Instagram. You can follow me on Instagram. You can follow me or connect with me on X as well. So former Twitter, now X. That's why I say X every single time. So confidence. That's the topic today. Confidence. We as human beings, again, tend to go towards the negative side first. And that means questioning what we're doing, feeling bad about the things that we haven't done, thinking that you haven't organized yourself or created a roadmap so that way you can reach your goals, not being as healthy as you want to be, not having that focus or being in the present moment. But guess what? Once you get past that and the things that you have to do is just sit here in the here and now and say to yourself, why am I worrying about these negative things when I haven't even started? Why am I worried about that? If you swing to the other side, which is the positive side, you have to be careful. Positivity is great. I talk about positive psychology. I talk about different aspects of positivity. I talk about mind-body balance and that being positive. But you have to be careful. You have to think critically, because sometimes what we're doing is we're building what we think is here, but it's actually in the future and it hasn't happened. And so be careful you don't fall into that pitfall, because if you do, then a lot of the times you just lapse. You'll just let things go because you think that your mind thinks you're already getting there, or you're already there, or you have a roadmap to do that. So again, what I said in other videos, right? Wax on, wax off. Negative is where we go first. Positive is where we go second. Guess what? If we go middle of the road, right in the middle, that's neutral. That's in the here and now. That's where you make the best decisions. You don't make decisions with emotions. You don't make decisions because somebody told you that you're supposed to do that. You don't make decisions because everybody else is making that decision. It's okay to be an individual. All of us are very unique. You are not like me. I'm not like you. I mean, we may have some commonalities, similarities, but a lot of the time we don't. We're unique. Our experiences are taking us through our life journey, and it's not the same. If it would be the same, then even twins are not the same. Remember, I said that in a previous video. Go watch that. Even the twins, because guess what? One is born first, and then the second one. That little gap, minutes sometimes, or minutes sometimes, that little gap makes a huge difference. Psychology says that, that nature versus nurture combine. And that's what it does. Oh, look, I have a little thing. And they combine, and they create experiences. They create the things that you have inward, in you. And so no matter what, even if it's by 1 second, two people are always different. You're unique. You have to understand that. Understand that being unique is good, right? Being unique is good because you're the only one that sees something a certain way. People may not agree with you, or people may agree with you. Bottom line, you're unique. So be proud of that. Be proud of being unique, because you do. Again, right? We always go as a human being towards the negative side first, and once we process, then we tend to go the other way around. So it's like a pendulum to the positive side. Once we process, then we go into the middle, the neutral zone, the here and now, the place where you can make the best decisions, because your mind and your body are balanced, right? You're focused. This supercomputer is working at its best. And you make decisions with no past experiences and no future potential experiences. And so again, be mindful that middle of the road, neutral zone, present moment, that's the optimal way to make decisions, to plan things. I mean, it's common sense, but we don't follow it. And I'm telling you, and I've said this before, whatever I do whatever I tell you is because I'm doing. I am doing. I have to grow. My goal in the here and now, right, in the neutral zone, is to grow every day, to be compassionate every day, to be helpful every day, to connect with people at a higher level every day, to provide service that people will remember you by. So we'll talk about that in future videos. But let's go back to confidence, because the bottom line is that confidence doesn't mean that you know all the answers. Confidence doesn't mean that you have everything figured out. Confidence doesn't mean that you already see your goal. Confidence means that you're focused on starting, taking your first step, doing your first step, and your second, and your third. Confidence means that you are gonna be a work in progress as you're going and moving towards your goals. That's confidence, because not everybody does it. Everybody wants to get to where they want to get to when all the things are aligned. That's impossible. It's going to take forever. Believe me. Take my story. So here's the story. I've told you this before. I wanted to start doing YouTube videos 5 years ago or 6 years ago. But I was waiting. I was saying, oh, I need to do this, and I need that, and I need this, and I need this. And guess what? All of that just stopped me from doing it. 1 year went by, 2 years went by, and I did maybe like 2 videos. 3 years went by, I don't know. I did like 2 more videos. Essentially, when I restarted, and when I got refocused, and when I started thinking in the here and now, right, which was about 6 or 7 months ago, I started saying, I'm not going to wait till all the stars align. I'm just going to start doing things one at a time, one day at a time, one video at a time, one short at a time, answering one comment at a time, looking at other videos one at a time. Because I'm not ready. I mean, look, I'm not ready. I'm still learning how to be a YouTuber, a content creator. I know the stuff that I know, right? Human nature, I love it. I love that because I look at it, I study it. I'm an introvert. I see things that other people don't see. Thanks to psychology, thanks to a lot of different things, counseling, a lot of different things. So, having confidence doesn't mean that you're set. Doesn't mean that you're all ready. Doesn't mean that everything's aligned. It's a big leap that you're going to take, but it's a leap or like first step that you need to take. That's where there's a term that's called grit. Not grits, not the ones you eat, but grit. Grit means it's not the ideal time to start. It's not the ideal time to deal with things, but you're starting because what you're saying is, I'm going to push things aside and I'm going to move forward. That's grit. It's like having that motivation without having everything all set. That's grit. Look, I appreciate everybody. 166 subscribers. Remember what I'm saying every single time. This is not a booty shaking channel. This is not, I'm gonna do a stunt. I may do some funny stuff. Again, right? This is me. My introvert stuff, and I turn into an extrovert from time to time, and I do things. But you're going to get what you're going to get. And I know that this channel is going to grow. It is growing. Subscriptions are growing. But it's not going to be like, it's not going to be like, like other channels where, you eat a raw jalapeno or you do the chip challenge, or you scare the heck out of your family members, or, I don't know, whatever it is. But this channel is going to give you the tools for you to have life body balance, for you to learn how to be in the present moment, for you to learn how to know yourself, how to know others, how to know your higher power. And again, I'm not saying religion for higher power. It could be religion, but it could be a person, it could be a thing, it could be a book, it could be a movie, it could be a short, it could be anything. Knowing your goals and knowing how to celebrate your goals. Because once you get things done, you need to celebrate, right? You need to celebrate. You have to. It's kind of like when I was doing therapy. I mean, you know, me providing therapy, I would teach people how to have closure. Closure means you're closing the loop because you've gotten there. Closure means celebrating. Closure means having other kind of closure. So for example, right? I'll give you an example. Whenever somebody loses somebody, one of the things that I would recommend, and I'm telling you this from the bottom of my heart because I've done it recently. Remember, my dad passed away in March. And so still very, 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 very raw emotion sometimes. Sometimes I cry, sometimes I laugh, sometimes I wish he was here. Sometimes I'm happy because he lived the last days of his life where he wanted to be. So again, right? So one of the things that I actually ask people to do is to write a letter to the person that passed away. Everything that you need to say. It could be one, it could be half a page, it could be a paragraph, it could be 2 pages, 3 pages, 4 pages, however it is. The next thing you do is you read it out loud. You don't have to read it to anybody. You read that letter out loud and you just let things out. Once you do that and you feel that things are coming out and they're starting to come out, you grab that letter, right? And you either cut it into small pieces or you shred it. And guess what? What it means in your mind is that you've let emotions and feelings out, right? Probably for the first time for some of them. And when you shred it, it just means that as that letter is being cut into pieces, that letter is actually reaching the person that you wrote the letter to. And that closes. That's closure. It's like, this is what I wanted to say to you, Dad, and I didn't have a chance to say to you. So again, confidence doesn't mean that you have all the answers. Confidence doesn't mean that you started your journey. So, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Back on Basics 9985. Hit the notification button so that way you can get notified of any new videos that come on board. Hit the like button. Confidence does not mean you know everything or you have everything together. Put any comments, put any questions, anything in the comment section. Connect with me on I was going to say YouTube. Connect with me on Facebook at Carlos Flores Jr. Connect with me on Instagram and on X at Back on Basics. So until next time, remember, get started. Take your first step. Grit. Take your first step. Back on Basics.